This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Apparently right now I'm going to be like a red bull to a bull to a red rag. I'd never heard that before. I thought it was flag. Tommy said red rag.
What is this? Isn't it a red rag to a bull or not? Is it red flag?
To a bull.
I thought it was red rag to a bull.
Oh, maybe it is red
As
rag.
in I'm showing you.
Yeah, bull to a red flag.
Anyway, what I'm doing now by talking about this is using up the time Tommy doesn't want me to. I've got a little update out of the Jolie-Pitt camp.
Bit of a pit stop.
Okay. Yes.
So you're Brad Pitt.
That don't in. We have heard much out of this camp, and I think back in like 2022, it was all over the news, and there were a lot of undesirable stories floating around about Brad Pitt. I actually have to say, when Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie announced that they weren't together anymore, it was actually one of those moments that I remember exactly where I was. Where Prince said. I was actually at the Berkeley Lodge in Western Australia.
Right, and who called you, said in the news?
No, I saw it come up on my phone, and there was hardly any service.
Yeah.
Because it's so lovely over there. Anyway, that doesn't really matter.
You go fishing or?
Didn't do any fishing. It's all right, Tommy. I'm hurrying up.
Red rag to a bull. Yeah, just confirming it was.
No, another story is that the kids have had real issue with Dad, with Brad Pitt, and another one, Shiloh, she has now changed her name from Pitt to Jolie.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Was she originally Jolie-Pitt? She just dropped the Pitt bit off.
Yeah, it was a double-barreled name. And this comes off the back of one of the other children, Vivian Pitt, or Jolie-Pitt.
Yeah.
She dropped Pitt as well.
Right.
And that was noticed because I think she was working on, what was the show by that Angelina and Mum was working on as well, the Outlanders or
Right, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Something like that. And it was very noticeable that on the credits she was no longer Pitt Jolie. Yeah.
You could say it's the highs and the lows of a messy divorce.
Yes, you could, and that would be a brilliant way to end the story.
Did she put in a phone call to Dad and say, "Hey, Dad"?
Well, I don't know. It feels as though there wouldn't be many phone calls to Dad.
But they're not close, or he's not allowed to see them, or
I can't speak. I can't.
I'd like you to.
Well, okay. I don't know if they're close, and these are only things that we have read, but they are coming out of family courts. So I guess there are some
could be an
basic
podcast.
facts, but it is a sad situation when families part, and that relationships are strained.
Of course, it's like Tom's wife Inga wouldn't take his last name.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But do you know what I like about that, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
Is how great you are about it, because there are plenty of men, and I've met them, that the people...
He cries.
No, they don't like... They think it's like an attack on them or something.
It's
like,
really
it's an insult.
No, she's her own person, and I respect her for that.
Would you have taken her name?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Fractured team.
Then there you go, and no one says anything about that.
You can only ever be so close.
He'll never get over it.
No, he cries most afternoons in the office under the desk, which is weird.
Yeah, it's fun down here, guys.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.